Hi students, let's see what is the memory. So just I'm giving a brief idea about the memory. What a memory is nothing but it is a storage device. You just call it as a storage device. So what I have written here, this is a storage device. So this memory consisting of some addresses and registers. So why we need address? Because a memory consisting of so much of data you can store. Based on the size, the memory will be increased. Okay, so if you don't know the address, the processor cannot get the data and cannot put the data into the memory. So everything will be based on the address. From where we have to send, from where we have to get, that is depends upon the address. Okay, so just storage device. Just like that. So for each house there is having some house number and everything, the address will be there. If you want to put some information, if you want to put your luggage in some of the houses, okay, you have to know the address. Suppose if you want to keep your luggage in your friend's house, so if you don't know the address, you can't keep your luggage there. So address should be there. So to store something in anywhere, you need to know the address. So whenever you know the address, then you can go to that particular location. In the same way, a memory consisting of, it's just a storage devices. A storage device means this is like this. This is a storage device. So inside the memory, if whatever the memory you are taking, this is it's based upon the capacity of the memory, how much of data it's stored, that will be increased based on the size of the memory. Okay, so from registered to all the optical discs, the size will be increasing. So based on the size, the storage is divided like this. So a storage for each, this is one location and this is one location. For each location, this is the address. The address is placed in the form of binary numbers. So this is the binary representation of address. So everything will be based on binary numbers only. The address or data, everything is in form of ones and zeros. Then only the processor can understand the language of this ones and zeros. So this completely, this is from here I am taking the 16-bit data can stored in this storage location. So A0, A1, A2, A3 are the addresses locations. So these are the different addresses from 0 to 16. Okay, 0 to 15. And here this is a register 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so up to register 15. And this is the particular address. So in each address, you can store 7-bit of data, whatever it may be. You can store 7-bit of data. So that is D0 to D7. So each register and address in a particular address location, you can store 7-bit of data at a time, and you can retrieve 7-bit of data in that particular address location at a time. So in that particular address location, each data lines can be represented by a name. Means this is the location name, register 15, register 14, 13. Okay, simply if address is there, you will reach, but you don't know whose house is this. So if you know the address, okay, you go to that particular place. So I know this address, so I'll go to that particular place, but I don't know whose address is this. So that will be based on the name of that location. So this is a register 15. So in the register 15 is present in the address location 111, and there an 8-bit data is stored. In the same way, suppose this is the register 2. The register 2 address is 0010. That is a 2. Okay. So it can store 8-bit of data, D0 to D7. Whatever 8-bit of data is, everything in the form of ones and zeros. Okay. So this is a memory representation. So here I have taken 16-bit of data can stored at a time, and that particular relating address to that data lines. Okay. So the storage device consisting of address and registers. So this is the address, and this is the name of that addresses location, that name of the location in that particular address. So that is the registers. And coming to the major categories. So major categories are read or write memory and the read-only memory. Read or write memory is RAM, random access memory, and read-only memory is ROM. It's a permanent. It's a temporary, means whenever you switch off the computer, whenever you close the files, the data will be erased. But in ROM, the data will be stored permanently. Even if you switch off the computer, if you want to try to delete, it won't be deleted. So the read-only ROM, the data will be permanent. You can't erase the data. But RAM, whenever the system is off, whenever you close the files, the data in the RAM will be erased. So this is about the memory that we used in the system. And next is input output. So input output devices are input device and output device. Input devices nothing but switches, keypads and everything, whatever you are giving, USB pins, USB ports. So from that you are reading the data from USB. So everything or the input devices. It provides binary information to the microprocessor. The one thing you have to be note down that the microprocessor unit can take only the binary information of data. So that input devices will provide, but we are giving not the binary data. We are just typing the English type language, but the input device will take whatever we are typing the English alphabets. So that will be converted into binary information and sent to the microprocessor unit. So the input device provides binary information to the microprocessor unit. And coming to the output device. Output devices are LEDs and LCDs. So it receives binary information from the microprocessor. So the output devices will receive binary information from microprocessor unit, and it converts that binary information to our human readable information. So this is about the input output devices. Thank you.